Hello, my name's Christian DeHaemer. I'm senior editor and founder of the Bull and Bust Report, as well as my trading service called Launchpad Trader. And today I'm here to answer 5 questions from you. Question number 1. In light of the Silicon Valley bank bailout, where do you think the markets are heading? Well, this is a tough question because obviously nobody knows exactly where the markets are heading. But what we have here is a banking crisis. It manifested itself and was resolved in 3 days, which is incredibly fast, it seems to me. But also, there's a lot of positives that come out of this. Obviously, a couple other banks also got in trouble, as well as Credit Suisse. But these banks got bailed out on Sunday, and they're already back up. This isn't like 2008. It's not a massive banking crisis full of bad loans. This is because Silicon Valley Bank actually IPO'd all these companies and had a tremendous amount of deposits. And then what do you do with the deposits? They bought bonds, and of course bonds went down, and so they got in a little bit of trouble. They got bailed out, essentially nationalized by the government. I think it'll just be a blip, this banking crisis here. I think we have other things to worry about. So I think the markets will discount it pretty readily. Question number 2, is China a good investment? In my mind, you can't invest in China. You can trade China, but I think as an investment, there's far too many things going against it. It has a demographic problem where it's got old before it got rich. Also with that, there seems to be a cold technological war going on between the Biden administration and Xi in China. And so we don't really know what's going to happen there. Plus, China has, just a ridiculous amount of debt, somewhere 500% of GDP, something crazy like that. They have a real estate problem. They have an overcapacity problem. There's just a lot of, I would stay away from China. What investment opportunities will chatbots like ChatGPT bring in 2023? Well, this is very interesting. I'm very bullish on ChatGPT, and obviously ChatGPT signed a $10 billion deal with Microsoft. So if you want them specifically, you buy Microsoft, even though as a percentage of Microsoft's revenue, it'll be fairly small, but also Microsoft's firing on all cylinders, so they look pretty good if you're looking for a defensive sort of growth stock. But there's a lot of other companies that are getting involved in AI, which is what we're talking about. And AI will change the way you interact with really just about everybody online. Your bank, planning your weekly menus, or how dating sites work, on and on. But for me, if I'm investing in AI, I'm looking for those companies that are growing. A lot of these companies got whacked over the tech wreck over the last year, and so they're 80% down, and there's all sorts of growth opportunities in there. And I'm buying these in my Launchpad Trader service. I made 50% in 5 days with one of these stocks, and so I'm buying the swings. Question number 4, what is a better safe investment, Bitcoin or gold? Obviously, gold's the safest investment you can buy if you buy physical gold. If you buy paper gold and somebody else is holding it, obviously there's risks there, but then again, people can come into your house and steal your gold. The thing about Bitcoin went up during this Silicon Valley bank bailout. And if you think about it, SVB was a technological bank. They did a lot of these tech IPOs, and these tech IPOs, know about Bitcoin. So when you had to pull their money out of SVB, they put it into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin went up during this latest banking crisis, which I find very interesting. Furthermore, Bitcoin is really big in emerging markets like Argentina, Turkey, places like that, places where inflation is running rampant. It's easier to buy Bitcoin than it is to buy gold. Say you're moving your money around online. So the answer to that is gold, but Bitcoin is reacting as a defensive mechanism. Do you think CBDC will hurt other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin? CBDC is a central bank digitalized coin. India's already done some of this. China's looking for a digital yuan. And what it is the governments have, of course, a quest for power. And so they want to control every bit of the money. And to do that, they'll have a digital controls, and it's called CBDC. So instead of a paper dollar, you'll spend a digital dollar. And will they hurt other currencies? I don't think it'll hurt. I think it'll hurt some of them. Ripple is a group that's building like 20 of these CBDCs around the world for various governments. But Bitcoin, I think, is enough of a decentralized asset that I think it'll stand strong, even if there is a U.S. Fed coin. So I think it'll hurt some and not hurt others. All right, there's 5 questions answered. Thank you very much. I'm Christian DeHaemer. If you have any more questions for next month, leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to mash that subscribe button.